Welcome everyone to Casting to Level Up, your video game movie review podcast, where we review all movies based on video games. I am your host, Ben, with...
The Gamer Jordan.
Gross. On today's episode, we are reviewing Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Jordan, what's your history with this game?
I don't have a history with this game. This game I skipped this one.
Wow.
Yeah. I played... I think the first ever Tomb Raider game I played, besides Uncharted, was the reboot on PS3.
This is also, because our episode before about Resident Evil, Tomb Raider for the PS1 is considered one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah. I think I would have more love for it if I played it when it came out, but I didn't.
When it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like when I was at the age where like I could still appreciate things. Like I didn't play Resident Evil 1 when it came out, obviously. But I played it at an age where like I could still appreciate things for it.
Okay.
Dude, playing through this was it's rough.
Tough. It is rough. So this is also during the era this game came out in 96. So I would have been 6-7 years old. My brother played it a lot. I always remember the snowy intro into the cave.
Oh yeah.
To me that's iconic for just video games in general. I think this game was too hard for me as a kid because the only Tomb Raider game that I've actually played is 2, because you get to drive around her estate and finding the four-wheeler and running over the butler. That's all I did in Tomb Raider 2. That's all I did. I did not play the game, did not play the story.
Ben, I think I also did that. I think we had we definitely had
so
this
much
set
fun.
up in my dad's game store. And I remember the mansion, and I remember the four-wheeler, and I'm definitely, like, 80% positive I ran over the butler a few times.
Oh, yeah.
So
because he would always follow you. He'd always find you.
Yeah.
Find you.
He's a good butler, unlike he is in the movie, but we'll talk about that in a second.
This was on the Sega Saturn, the MS-DOS, PlayStation. What's the N gauge? It's a handheld.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's also like
PC.
a cell phone thing.
Yeah, it was on iOS and Android.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you want to play this game, they made it super easy for you.
And
so,
I mean...
And it's the one I played is the remake for PC, so...
Oh, no, I played it on the on my mini PS1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I don't know what quality of life things they put into the remaster. It's the remastered trilogy. I don't know, but it all felt gross still, so.
So my brother, he told me, so Indiana Jones was supposed to be Lara Croft, and Spielberg and Lucas didn't want a female. They wanted a male.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if that was 100% true. So.
I've heard that. I don't know if that's true, but I know Lucas still wanted to do stuff with Ford. So.
Okay.
But it might have been like they already wanted a guy, and Lucas was like, well, I got Harrison Ford. He helps me write scripts to make me not sound like a insane person, so...
I would say the one takeaway from this game, and I think why I didn't play it when it first came out.
Tank controls?
Well, no, because back then I was fine with tank controls.
Okay.
I think the puzzles were just too hard for me.
Yeah. The puzzles
as
are
a
kind of
kid.
intense, but having an adult brain, I was able to figure out most of them. I have not beaten this one yet. I will beat it, but
You are gonna beat it?
yeah, I got
Oh
to.
boy. Oh boy.
I feel like I'm near the end. I feel like I'm probably like 80% of the way through. I was playing better
It can't be
games.
that long of a game. I mean, 96.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
I'm looking to see what the
The runtime,
yeah.
time to beat.
Oh yeah, get all those clicks in. Main story. Oh wow. Main story 15 hours and 46 minutes. That
Oh,
seems I know,
yeah.
but for 96 game that seems pretty long.
This was when they were really trying to flesh out 3D stuff. So yeah, that's probably right. So yeah,
I
then
know cuz
I'm almost done. I don't know. Ben, do you know
I
where
just
this
know
game takes place?
no.
Where all the pyramids and sand are,
Oh.
which is a line that I will talk about when we get to the movie. But that was such an insane thing for Lara Croft to say that she didn't like when the game is in Egypt.
I love that. I love that.
I just that was so insane. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
But yeah,
good lord.
very. It felt like I was playing like if they had made a Indiana Jones game. I wonder if like they were trying to do that and then they couldn't get the rights and then they went, well, let's try some girl power and give her boob jiggle physics for some reason. Do you remember when the
They didn't
game when they were remaking it, like or like rebooting it, they showed off Lara Croft and like it was like a massive feat of like graphics at the time. I worked at a game store. And anytime I would talk to anybody, they would be like, "Yeah, but she's not the same." And I went, "You mean she doesn't have giant cartoon boobs anymore?" And they went, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, but if there's a shot in the reboot where she's like hanging off a ship right as it's crashing, she's wearing a tank top. The girl is not like she doesn't have tiny boobs." I was like, I pulled up that scene every time and I was like, they're still there, man. Like, you gotta chill.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess this version
Yeah, but she's not the
of Lara
same.
Croft is just like it's boobs and guns and legs. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
looking at her holsters, how uncomfortable would that leather strap be on your leg after I don't know, 20
Oh,
minutes of sweaty desert, sweaty
awful.
sand. Oh,
There
just
is some
shoot
trivia.
me. I would take
So there is
one
some
of those
trivia
guns
about
out
that.
and put it in my mouth. What's up? Dark
Lara
joke,
Croft
sorry.
ended up keeping the holsters after the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, just thought I'd let you know.
So
Sorry.
she could
Sorry.
like excite
Sorry I
Brad
brought something
Pitt
to
at
the
some
table,
point.
Jordan. Jesus Christ. What'd you say?
So she could excite Brad Pitt at some point. Like what's the point? I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, if I was a actor, I would steal so much shit from movie
Oh,
sets.
absolutely. Those holsters look so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else about game-wise?
It's I don't know. I can see why everybody was about it at the time. Besides just the boobs, like the puzzles are pretty like they're not so hard that I can't figure that I have to like look up a guide, but they are hard enough that like I really do have to think about it, and you do start to kind of feel like I don't like you would actually like have to figure this out if you were in that situation. The magic
Yeah.
stuff kind of like I don't know. They don't treat it like they do in the movie. They kind of like take it like nothing's weird is happening in the movie. But in the game, some magic stuff starts to happen, and Laura's kind of like freaking out a little bit. So I don't know. It felt better.
Yeah.
um,
I'm just I'm
I,
excited to get out of the PS1 era.
Same. My era is
But
PS2. I love the
but
PS2. So
I would also say, like, if you do like playing retro games and you've never played it, I mean, I would say you kind of gotta, because it's
Tomb
like,
Raider.
if you were to, well, yeah, it's Tomb Raider, and I think if you were to pick like 5 or 10 PS1 titles, this is definitely in it.
Hear that,
So
Sony? If you were to pick a handful of titles to maybe
yeah,
put on a mini PlayStation,
there it is.
you might want to put it on.
And then thank you for making it very easy to modify that mini PS1
To actually
so you
put
can
it
actually
on.
and to actually put better games on there. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Tomb Raider wasn't part of the original lineup, was it?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Because they really dropped the ball hard with that. But yeah, even going back to it, I think if they remade the puzzles into, I don't know, not tank controls and not this version of Lara Croft, I think people would really get behind it. Because yeah, they're fun. They were fun to figure out.
Have you played the new one?
I love the new one. It's one of my
Okay.
favorite games of all time. But like all of them. I don't know if there's more than two. I'm saying all of them. I've played the first two, so I played Tomb Raider and then the Tomb Raider sequel. No, there's three. I feel like
I don't know
there's
how
three.
many there is.
They kind of blend together in my head. But
I just know 1 and 2.
but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Not either. All right,
I got sidetracked. But yeah, I
let's
like
get
it.
into the movie.
It's pretty fun. I'll beat it. It's the controls are janky, but the fighting school, Ben, you can run and gun.
Yes, you can. Sorry, yeah.
You just
No,
kind of
so
skipped right over that after your whole tangent with Resident Evil.
Well, I mean, we'll see where the video game falls in my rankings.
Okay.
It is definitely above Resident Evil.
All right.
1,000,000%. All right. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, released in 2001. So this is the synopsis. Here we go. Video game adventure Lara Croft comes to life in a movie where she races against time and villains to recover powerful ancient artifacts.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. That sounds like a better movie than what we watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Jordan.
I don't know what game they played or what Lara Croft they're thinking came to life, but it's definitely not the Lara Croft from the video game came to life. So
there's a couple game cred moments, but
yeah,
not a lot.
no.
But yeah, so stars Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. Angelina Jolie's father, also Lara Croft's father, played by Jon Voight. And then you got Daniel Craig in this movie.
Did you notice all their accents are reversed except for the main villain?
Yeah, and then I know in the second movie, she is the only born American in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Daniel Craig has this weird American accent. Laura or Angelina Jolie's trying to do a weird British accent. It's something else, man. Oh my god. It's rough. Daniel Craig is like, because I grew up, he's my childhood Bond. He's the Bond that I grew up with. Besides,
I'm sorry,
Pierce Brosnan.
That's my Bond.
Yeah,
Pierce
that's
Brosnan
007,
is my
right?
Bond.
Or that's 007. God, that's GoldenEye, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I did Tomorrow Never Dies. Was my first Bond film. And then it's been Daniel Craig since then. But I've watched GoldenEye and all the Pierce Brosnan ones. So yeah, he's Daniel Craig's in my head always Bond. So it was really off-putting for him to be trying to sound super American in such a weird choice. Because she's British. I don't know why co-worker guy wasn't.
Because they're archaeologists and they get to travel all over the world.
They're not archaeologists, are they? I was really trying to figure it out. Like,
they're treasure hunters,
right?
But you would also have to know archaeology to find things.
Yeah, and her dad was an archaeologist, but is like super wealthy,
and which a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, I guess that's why he's super wealthy, because like archaeologists don't get paid a ton.
All right, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
What's your history with this movie?
I remember watching this when I was super young. I liked it when I was young, but I
loved it.
Undiagnosed
I loved it as a kid.
ADHD, so the way this movie's paced probably fit really well into my brain. I didn't remember a ton of it, but yeah, I really the only thing I remembered was the swinging pillar thing when they're getting the first tablet. And
oh yeah.
So that scene is fine. So I remembered that I liked this movie, and yeah, that was.
And then you rewatched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never meet your heroes and never rewatch things that you loved when you were a kid.
No, really don't. That is also another thing that I am learning from this podcast is
yeah.
This is ruining a lot of my childhood memories.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because, all right, so I saw this in theaters. I was with my mom, I think my brother, because my brother played the game, and I watched my brother play the game. And the theater was packed. And this was before they did, like, the reclining chairs. Like everyone was, like, sardined in.
Oh, yeah. You had to unfold your chair.
Yeah. And I'm also going to sound really fucking old. It was also... Wait. Oh, man. I just lost my train of thought completely. My brain just shut off.
Yeah, you were in a theater.
Oh, completely packed. Yeah, and you couldn't, like, reserve your seat back then either. So we had to sit in the very, very front row.
Oh, yes.
And my mom was very upset by that. And me and my buddy who we went with, if this tells you the kind of kid I was like, well, we thought that we could see other angles that people couldn't.
Oh God, yeah.
2001. So shit, I was 11. So prepubescent Ben, like that shower scene. Like we thought we could see more than anyone else.
Oh my God. The prolonged shower scene. That scene went on forever.
And there's two of them.
Yeah. So that happened to my dad.
One last thing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One last thing. So my mom, after that movie, she had a little like 4-cylinder Grand Am, and whenever she would say this, and she still does say this, oh, Mom, I love you, but she would like floor the gas pedal, and she'd be like, I'm driving like Lara Croft, and she would do that.
Oh my!
Like she got one.
Your mom is incredible.
All right, so Mom, I do love you. she got one laugh out of it, and then she ran with it all the way.
Oh.
She would still do it because she got one laugh out of it.
Oh, your mom is great. Oh man.
Ah, good lord. But yeah, that's my history with the movie. I mean, I bought it on VHS and rewatched it so many times, and then hadn't watched it in probably 20 years.
Oh
and
man.
now we're here, and I'm very sad that we're here because
Yeah. So before we get into this movie, that scenario of like having to sit at the screen, that happened to my dad during a midnight release of a movie, and it happened to probably the worst movie that could have happened to. Do you want to guess the movie? It was a 2009 movie.
is it what we're doing?
No,
Is it no?
it is
2009.
nerd. It is kind of nerdy.
Shot in the Dark, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's Airbender.
No. Oh no, because then you wouldn't be able to see the movie, and that's fine.
Oh, well, that probably would have been good then.
It was Transformers 2.
Oh my God, no! The ball scene? Is that the one with the balls?
I don't remember. It's the one where
I need-
Megan Fox is like sexy working on a motorcycle at the beginning, but
That's
like
the first one.
on top of the motorcycle. Is it the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then fuck, I don't remember. It's the one with the pyramid. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the one with the giant robot with testicles.
Oh yeah, probably. But every action scene, my dad said it was just metal rolling around the screen, and I was sitting in the back row because there was just a seat. So I was like, I'm gonna steal
Just
this.
metal rolling. Oh, that got me. That got
Yeah.
me really good.
Yeah,
Because that is the best way to describe all of those movies.
yeah. No,
I
he
s-
said that, and I was like, Dad, I was sitting in the very back. I could see everything. That is the movie. And he went, oh God.
Jesus. I still have a soft spot for the first one.
Yeah.
I think the first one is watchable.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. I think I stopped watching after 2.
Yeah, and you don't need to watch anymore except for Bumblebee. Bumblebee is pretty good. It's a road trip movie with Transformers. Jordan, what's up?
Hey, I'm looking on the casting to level down.
Yeah.
We got some
Oh, we got some Transformers.
from 2007, 2009, the 2011 Dark of the Moon, and
Yeah.
Revenge of the. Oh,
Oh man, yeah. Dark of the Moon is 3.
that's
Oh,
when Megan Fox left, right?
yeah,
Was it Michael Bay being gross and wanted a nude scene with her?
yeah. It's a whole Michael Bay's something. Anyway,
I mean,
okay,
he was
let's
getting
talk about
praises from us during Independence Day when we thought he
Hey,
directed.
wait, no, that's a great
Independence Day.
segue. Yeah, Michael Bay was being sexist. Okay, let's talk about Tomb Raider.
Okay, yeah, great. All right. So, the beginning of this movie. So I had forgot a lot about this movie. Like, there's only a couple scenes that stuck out. Like, I thought for a second she was in like an Egyptian crypt. I
Yeah,
really did. And then I was looking. I was like, this thing really has some good fucking lighting for being in an Egyptian crypt.
yeah,
And then robot, just big robot. Big robot shows up. Oh, God.
which she's using live ammo, or live rounds, to fight this robot. They say that after, like, so that she does like this whole, I guess, training with this robot, and shoots it a bunch, and completely decimates her training ground.
Which is inside of her house.
Yeah, which has like, I guess, Egyptian pillars and shit that she's just shooting.
And what kind of gun is she using to use like 8 bullets
I don't know.
to make that whole entire like? the physics of this universe,
yeah,
makes no sense.
It's insane. But yeah,
but like you brought up that it was a training thing, but what is the purpose of it when all she has to do is yell stop? Like what is she getting from it?
But she doesn't yell stop, is I guess the point. She rips its brain out. Well, she yells stop after, because they say, or she asks if does it know to not chop my head off? And the nerd guy goes, oh no, you did ask for like a harder training. And then she goes, hence the live rounds, which, okay, anyway.
No, because when she like starts ripping shit out of it, but like she puts her music in it, and like it's programmed, it says kill Lara Croft.
Oh yeah.
And then that's why she used live ammunition, but she could just yell stop whenever.
I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she's getting out of it. I don't know the point of this. I guess just to look cool and to put all the game cred right at the front. Because then we cut straight to a shower scene right after her training. Yeah, but she talks to the butler, and I guess she has like a scientist just working for her at her mansion, because she has a mansion because her dad was rich.
I wouldn't say that he is like a scientist. I would say he's just a
software engineer.
Yeah, but like all these people don't make sense because Lara is proficient in everything
and knows every language known to man, I'm sure.
Well, she also must know the whole entire script of the movie, because she's just plot convenience and then figures everything out. But yeah, no, all of these people are like the most best trained people in every aspect of everything. Like they are, to me, all three of them, the butler, the nerd, and Lara, they're all just superhuman. Like they plugged into the Matrix, and just like, I know Kung Fu. Just download everything. Everything. And it's even worse in the second film, Jordan. It's so much worse. All right, hold on. So just a side tangent. This human just walks up to a wingsuit, puts it on, and knows how to use it.
Well, yeah, she did like some mercenary work or something. Because she has like a mercenary team that is like relevant one scene in this movie.
No, she was like a Green Beret or something, right?
Yeah,
there's a photo. Oh my.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to. You keep on talking about the film. We're at the shower scene. I need to see if the Green Berets even allow women. I'm going to assume no.
But yeah, no, they keep like complaining about live rounds for her training. This robot was trying to kill her. Did they want her to use blanks? Like they keep saying like live rounds. I think what they're trying to say is maybe like a lower caliber round is what they wanted. But they keep saying live rounds. Like, what else is she supposed to use when this thing is trying to literally kill her? I'm so confused why they're so upset. Like the butler's upset too. Like what were they expecting her to do, I guess?
Well, because the director, Simon West, needed to tell the audience she's a badass.
I guess. I don't know. That was so weird. And they just kept saying it. I'm like, are you going to explain what you wanted her to do? Because you're just mad, I guess. I don't know. It was so weird.
4 women have passed the grueling course to become Green Berets.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So the director of this, she's a badass. So the director, she is 1 in 4. He directed Con Air, which I don't see any. Like, I love Con Air. I've rewatched Con Air. I don't see how that.
Yeah, I don't
see Con Air. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea, man.
Something didn't line up.
Yeah,
because So we get one of our shower scenes where pervy 11-year-old Ben thought that he could see more because he was in the front row.
Yeah. And
I was
it
11.
goes on. I think it's like, and maybe this doesn't sound like a lot. I think it's a full 5 minutes of this runtime. Like, what? Just shot after shot of her in the shower. You can't see anything except her shoulders.
But Jordan, we also do get a Daniel Craig shower scene, so
that's true.
This is a feminist movie. Oh, this movie does pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah. Is she not talking about a man in every scene?
Well, it doesn't have to be a woman and a woman talking about a man, because I'm pretty sure she's the only female in this whole entire universe.
That's true. So no, it wouldn't pass the Bechdel test because it has to be two girls talking about not a man.
Jordan, this film and the other one makes so much more sense on the way that she acts around men. She is the only female in this universe. like really think about this movie. Do you see another woman?
Yes, I do. Ben.
Where?
When they're using what looks like slaves to pull down the statue.
Okay, so she's the only female that is not a slave then, because we have to go off of what we've seen, Jordan.
Yeah.
Then, oh my God, these two movies make.
There's probably some girls in the party scene when they're doing the party thing.
Yeah, or the auction.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I'm still gonna live in the realm that Lara Croft is the only free woman who is not part of slave labor in these universes. Because I'll tell you right now, I will give this movie a 10 if it can be slightly proven, because that makes this movie so much better.
Okay.
Oh wow, I don't know. That just made me happy.
Wait, so yeah, after the shower scene, we cut to Laura being upset about something, sitting at her desk, and I really want to talk about this scene.
Have we skipped the introduction to the Illuminati? Because I got something to say about that.
Yeah, no, I did skip that. Go ahead.
So we're introduced to the Illuminati, but it's not revealed that they're the Illuminati at this point yet, right?
Right.
Either way, so the Illuminati. So all of these are like some of the richest people on the planet. How? Because it's revealed that they're trying to find this key during this scene with the Illuminati, and we meet the bad guy. I don't remember his fucking name. It doesn't matter. But
he's in Game of Thrones.
How are they so far behind? These rich and powerful people, how are they so far behind on finding the key? And Laura could stub her toe on a curio cabinet in her house and basically find the key.
Yeah, I don't know. There are also 5,000 years they've been trying to do this. You'd think they'd be further along in their plan.
Oh, yes. No. We definitely need to talk about that as well, because hold on. You keep on going through the film, because I'm going to lay down some fucking stone cold hard facts.
Okay. Yeah, we're introduced to the Illuminati, and they're like, okay, we got to do this because we're gonna run out of time to get God powers. And then we'll have to wait another 5,000 years, and the main villain goes, and that's I don't know about you, that's more time than I'm willing to like put into this endeavor. That's pretty funny.
5,000 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All 8 planets will line up within 3.6 degrees every 396 billion years.
Oh my God.
Hold on. How old is our planet? I'm sorry. I know that answer. It's 5,000 years old. No.
Yeah, when did we start recording history? Because that feels like how did they know? How do they know? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like their logic is flawed.
Our Earth is only 4.543 billion years old.
Yeah.
And it takes 396 billion. Because the universe is what, 14 trillion years old that we know of, or that we can see anyway.
Yeah.
But so that
Unless
would only
you
happen.
believe the Bible.
4, 8, 12. I mean, you're talking that it's only happened. Well, it's never happened because the Earth's not even that fucking old.
Yeah.
But every 5,000 years, I wish. Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, please listen. I would love for you to tell me how fast all the planets would have to move for that to happen. And I'm pretty sure life on Earth could not exist if we had to spin around the sun probably faster than Mercury at this point. But,
yeah.
oh, Lord, every 5,000 years. I remember being a kid hearing that and going, that ain't right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Something doesn't feel right. Oh, boy.
Lara did say all 9 planets, so this was back when Pluto was a planet, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, poor Pluto.
Laura. Oh, I don't remember the scene of this, but Laura dreams in plot convenience when she's dreaming about something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Maybe you have the extended cut, and maybe you watched a better movie because this pacing was out of control.
Yeah. Well, so I do have a thing. How did John Voight find the clock? Because that's not revealed either. And then he conveniently hid the clock. Oh, Laura dreamed and then broke into her staircase and found the clock. That's where the plot convenience of dreams came in. And then,
gotcha.
like, I guess just the clock would start automatically because the clock that she finds is counting down to when the planets align.
Yeah.
But how would it start? I guess magic.
Ben. Also, the villain says, I guess he could be lying, but he says he has no idea what it is. He doesn't even know that that's the key, apparently? I don't know.
Oh, the guy at the antiques bidding place?
No. The main villain.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so the Illuminati...
He must know.
Has no idea.
He must know because after Laura finds the clock, she goes to one of her old white friends and rich white friends. I got one thing here, and then I'll get to that. So she placed a bid because she waved to someone, and it was for £2,400,000, and she was freaking out. Is she poor?
Yeah.
I mean, if I made a $2,400,000 bid, and they came to collect, you ain't gonna find me because guess what? I don't have that fucking money.
You're a Ben-shaped hole in the wall.
Exactly. But like she looked honestly stressed, and like even character aside, Angelina Jolie could make that bid, and she's probably gonna be pissed that she has to pay it, but she's gonna be able to afford it.
Yeah, I thought she was stressed that she wanted it so bad. Like I read that like she was stressed that somebody else was gonna bid.
No, because like when someone bet 2.5, like she went, "Whew, thank God, I don't have to pay for that." That's how I read it.
I guess maybe she just didn't want the thing. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because shit, she could sell one of her fleet of cars and pay for that thing.
Super easy, yeah.
And we are introduced to 007, Mr. Daniel Craig.
Okay, before that, hang on. I gotta talk about this butler scene. So, because after the shower scene, Laura is looking sad at her desk or whatever, and her butler comes up.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess offers her some missions or some assignments. And she looks at them. This girl is a tomb Tomb. Emphasis
Tomb.
on Tomb
Tomb.
Raider. So much of Tomb Raider. The first game happens in Egypt. She's looking at the assignments and she goes, "Oh, Egypt. Oh, it's all just pyramids and sand." Girl, what? The pyramids are giant tombs. What do you mean? And then they make like a sexual joke, and she's like, the butler goes like, "Oh yeah, sand. It gets everywhere, including the cracks." What is happening? What? Also, when she gets out of the shower, the butler's like, "Ooh, are you gonna be all ladylike or whatever?" And then Laura's like, I'm not a lady," or whatever the hell she says.
Drops her towel.
Yeah, and then
in front of her worker.
Yeah, and then the butler goes, "Oh, ladies should be modest." And she went, "Yeah, ladies must be modest." What is happening?
Gives a huge amount of side boob too in that shot.
Yeah. What?
On purpose.
Yeah. Wild.
So here is some game cred. When Laura starts smashing the clock with a hammer. The butler uses a silver tray to protect his face. This is a reference to the game in which when exploring Croft Manor, the player can shoot at the butler, who then uses the tray he's carrying around to protect himself.
Yeah.
So,
I just love breaking it open with a hammer, and the letter that's in it is like, "Oh, I knew you'd figure this out."
Oh my god. Oh, hold on, Jordan. Listeners, we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I clapped twice. Jordan, holy shit. All right, I was watching the second movie. I did say I have a semi-racist joke, okay? But, oh, no. So, because she goes to Africa, that's fine. She goes to Africa in the second movie, and I make the joke of, oh, this is probably when she started adopting brown kids. Angelina Jolie, here's trivia. Angelina Jolie agreed to do the first film because of all of the locations that she would get to visit. She fell in love with stop. She fell in love with Cambodia, leading her to move there and help with a minefield cleanup. It is also where she met and eventually adopted her first son, Maddox. Holy shit, I was right. Oh my god. Oh, I was right. Just white guilt got her, and then she just adopted some brown kids. Oh my god. I was right. Oh my god, this movie might actually change my life. Oh man, my heart rate is high right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right, are we coming back?
Yeah, coming back.
All right, so where are we going to jump into? Because she still hasn't talked to that old white guy about the clock, because he knows what it is.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay. All right. And we're back. Okay, so Laura meets 007. Laura is talking to the Clockmaster guy. I just have
what is Daniel Craig's name in this movie? Alex what?
Alex West?
Alex West.
Yeah.
Which is the most
he's
American. Yeah, it's so... What?
I mean, Laura did play a Smith, so there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this clock guy end up finding out like she sold out Laura because he's part of the Illuminati. He knows that it's the key.
Yeah,
I'm guessing. So I'm assuming that the main bad guy must have knew that that was the key as well. I don't know. This movie fucking sucks.
Yeah. Also, when he's like, so when she goes to see him, he goes, "Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Sorry, you have to go." And then calls her later. I thought at the end of that phone call he was getting shot. Because he's like, oh yeah, you need to visit like whatever guy. And she's like, okay, I'll do that. And then there's a bang. Like it sounds like a gunshot. And Laura looks like, oh, just got shot. And then it like cuts back to him. And then like they say like goodbyes after that. I guess he dropped something? I don't know. But she looks very like non-shocked. Like maybe this guy does it all the time. I was so confused by that dynamic. Whatever relationship they have, it's super weird.
Yeah.
I guess he's just a klutz and she's used to it. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a little interesting. Like, oh, he just got shot after saying whatever. And then it's nothing. Like, what was the point of him dropping whatever? Like, the bang sound made no sense to me. Anyway.
I don't really have much, like, moving forward. Like, the SWAT team breaks into Laura's house, so we got another bad security.
Yeah, well, that's after the villain meets the heroine scene.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's all fucking being sexy creepy.
Yeah, but I will say...
Like he's trying to start a cult.
I will say, I felt like Laura was more attracted to him...
Oh yes, than Daniel Craig.
Than she is the entire movie for Daniel Craig, including the shower scene for Craig.
She likes her bad boys.
I guess, but it was very weird. Everybody's so horned up for Laura in this movie, but I guess it's because she's the only freed woman.
We've also kind of been keeping a tracker of big dick energy for the villains.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't get it from him. I think he's what's that term? A eunuch? No.
What?
What's the thing basically where your genitalia is cut off, like out of punishment?
Oh, I guess you would become a eunuch. Yeah.
Okay. So
that's the energy you get?
That's the energy I get from him, yes.
Interesting. I guess that's why he wants god powers. So he can grow it back.
He can just manifest him. He can manifest himself a dick. No, it's just like...
That's my new headcanon. That's awesome.
But like the way he portrays his sexuality, it's like he's never seen a naked body before.
That is true. And he probably hasn't. He was probably like a slave boy to the Illuminati.
Jesus Christ. He was just passed around like just a spittoon. You're sitting on my lap now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the right hand, as it were.
Yeah, as your left hand's jacking off the other guy.
Oh,
Lord.
God.
So yeah, our bad security scene. I'm glad that this is still running because...
Yeah, Liz Manor has no security. Except Laura herself, I guess.
So maybe she is financially struggling because she can't afford security.
I guess. But this is one of the coolest scenes in the movie because she has cameras all around her manor. So the security's trying to break in because Laura didn't bring the key to the villain to have him inspect it.
Oh,
he also gives a line that I thought was funny, but then they make fun of it. So I guess the movie knew it was really cheesy. He's like, yeah, I don't know what this is. And my ignorance, what is it? My ignorance amuses me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they just cut to the nerd going, oh, my ignorance amuses me.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because when he said it, I was like, is that supposed to be some like weird villainy line? And then they're making fun of it. So I was like, okay, well, I guess they're aware of it.
Leading back to the bad security, Angelina Jolie did her own bungee ballet.
Wow.
Yeah,
she definitely didn't do all
ankle.
the flips and shit because they definitely cut away, and it's definitely not Angelina Jolie flipping around.
Maybe the first like the first part of it before that SWAT team enters, that's probably her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah,
Jordan,
she's doing ballet thing, and then there's cameras all around watching the SWAT go in, and nobody goes and does anything.
Bringing up how this is not on our planet one, the physics don't make sense because when she goes up high and she goes down low and looks at the camera, she's suspended at the bottom way longer than what normal physics would allow, because you would have half a second most, and I think she got a solid 3 to 4 just being at the lowest part of where her bungee ballet
maybe there's like
ropes.
A handle or something at the bottom she can hook her foot through.
Stop giving this movie any kind of fucking credit, because you called me when I was halfway through watching this movie and I went on a bitch sesh on how much of a piece of shit this movie is, and it ruined a childhood memory of mine where I actually liked this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, I've got things to say about this SWAT team.
Okay. But I thought it was cool that like the nerd guy is using the cameras to like be Laura's like eyes in the sky thing throughout the manor.
Yeah.
I thought that was like really cool. I wish it happened more in the movie. That she's like utilizing her team.
Well, get ready for the second one.
Okay.
Because there's even less of it.
But yeah, because it felt like very Mission Impossible-esque.
Mm-hmm,
and
it did.
Like, leaving the game aside, because at some point they just decided to make an action movie. I felt like this was the most like action movie scene, and I'm sure they shot it last.
I also didn't know if they wanted to make an action movie, an adventure action movie, or a porn.
Yeah, probably all of them.
Well, they tried and they failed at all three.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
So
I just thought that one scene was cool.
So all right, I just want to put this into preference on how much this SWAT team scene really did annoy me. This SWAT team is hired by the Illuminati. Okay?
Yeah.
We're talking a bank account that the zeros do not end.
Yeah.
Okay? All of the money for this third rank biggest joke of a SWAT team. So they enter in through the ceiling. I think they enter in through the doors, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they end up finding the key anyway, and they're using like the slowest plasma torch cutter I've ever fucking seen. I've used a plasma torch. They're not that fucking slow. I don't know what metal it is, but Laura's got shitty security, so I'm going to assume it's probably made out of aluminum.
There's an Archer joke. It's mithril mixed with adamantium.
Adamantium? All right. So Laura sees that these guys are intruding. They're falling through the ceiling. She's in the chandelier. But like she like cuts one of her bungee ballet cords, and like she's attacking all the guys in the air, basically.
Yeah.
These guys who are, I'm going to assume, trained professionals because they're hired by the Illuminati. They're flailing around the way that Jordan and I would, because we're not fucking trained professionals.
Yeah.
They look like kids in a pool for the first time wearing floaties, and so annoying. It's just, I was like, you're a goddamn trained killer.
Yeah.
Like, did the Illuminati be like, we don't want to spend money on this crew. We've got a huge banquet coming up, and we've got a, funds are low. No, you're the fucking Illuminati.
This isn't the most important thing to us at the moment. So,
Yeah, because every 5,000 years, like, what? Oh, my God.
They definitely did not send the A team. Oh, Ben, they sent the D team.
They said, well, no, they probably did send the A team, because those motherfuckers couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn standing in front of it.
Yeah. Oh man, this movie, man. I don't even
I've
know
got
the
a
next
note.
scene, but they
I've
they
got a
get the
note.
key, so I guess they got the job done.
Yeah, there's a car scene where Laura like
Oh,
blinds a
that's
guy because
right.
he's in night vision.
That was really
But
funny.
I do have a note here. If only Laura took this seriously, we wouldn't be here. I don't
Yeah,
know what I'm referencing.
I don't
Um,
took the key seriously. Maybe I don't know.
maybe. Let's see.
Found my car keys to every car in her garage. Apparently,
Which it basically looked like Jay Leno's car garage.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. But yeah, that one key turns on so many cars.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happens between that, but then there's a shot of just her. Well, no, she's watching the software nerd guy and the butler clean up so much debris, and she's just watching.
Yeah.
She doesn't hire anyone. I am starting to think she's poor. I am.
Possibly, because they're even
then,
like, oh, how are you gonna get to wherever? And she's like, oh, like if I answered that, I'd have to kill you. So probably not above board hiring for the drop in in this country.
Yeah, and then while they're cleaning up the house, they got some Missy Elliott playing in the background, which I give respect to that. Fucking love Missy Elliott. The UPS guy who delivers her dead dad's note seems very uncomfortable being there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here's where I think my irritation for the film took another step up. So Lara is plot convenience, but her dad knows everything, even though he is dead, but he only speaks in riddles.
Oh yeah.
In that note that was delivered to her, it's just so fucking aggravating.
And like he left all these clues for her, and then when they do, I guess spoiler for the end, when she's like talking to him through the time thing, he's like, "Yeah, I never wanted you to know about this," and I'm like, "Never," because
really?
You left all these things.
Like, and how would he know? How would he know that she would still be living at Craft Manor? Like how?
Yeah.
And like, how would he not know? Well, maybe he was a shit dad and just didn't know his daughter. But like, how would he not know? Like, Angelina's gonna be she's gonna live off of his inheritance and just, I don't know, just have a random job somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of coinkydinks, and then Laura just dreaming up the movie as it goes. It's so badly written. It's so badly paced, and it's so badly directed.
Yeah.
This ruined a childhood memory, and I can't say that enough. It ruined a childhood memory.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to this movie for a second. Like the bad guys have the key. Laura figures out where they're going, and
how would the Illuminati not know about the delayed letter? Like, if we're going off, so this is definitely not Earth 1, our Earth,
right?
Because if you go
Earth
off
Prime.
of our conspiracy theories of the Illuminati, they know and control everything. And I'm sorry, UPS, like, I want to figure out when he died, because UPS hasn't been around that long. So more than likely, it would have been delivered through the post office.
Yeah.
And they're real fucking reliable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you think they're going to carry a letter for 20-ish years and then send it?
Yeah.
That shit's going to get fucking lost.
Oh,
Day one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I hate this. I fucking hate this movie.
It's so bad. But yeah, I don't know if I'm skipping any scenes here, but they talk about going to this place. At the beginning of this movie, we're given a time, which is 48 hours. We got 48 hours to get all this stuff done. The Illuminati does. and now they're down to 15 hours. And Laura gets across the Earth. And I guess
can't think about it.
2
you just
hours?
Can't think about time. Well, no, because also John Voight, he tells the story of the eye. Like, how does... So he must have figured all of this out, then figured out what... So we have to fill in all these fucking blanks. So John Voight figured out what the eye is, figured out its purpose, figured out that the Illuminati wanted it, what they were going to do with it, and then hid it. So...
Also, he got the tablets at some point. I don't know how he did that. Because there's part of the tablet in the clock.
Yeah, so... But
did he go back in time 5,000 years ago?
Here's the thing. He is a ginormous shit of a father. Because that would mean that he constructed Laura's life to basically find the clock, find the eye, find the tablet, and get it away from the Illuminati. So he trained a child soldier.
Yeah.
Left enough clues to keep her going. Probably didn't give her a lot of love and attention because after he died, then
she apparently
would want to...
Like, she thought he didn't have any secrets. So I don't know when he had time to be a good dad, because she's really feels like he was. I don't know when that happened. I don't know when he had time.
Oh, and then, all right, here's another thing that really fucking pissed me off about this movie. They show when they're like doing the countdown, like they cut to like you can see all the planets lining up. I guess unless you're a
CGI in this movie,
earther,
by the way, is it's
it's
even by 2001 standards, this is rough.
All right, when you look into the sky, you can see the moon very well.
Yeah.
When you look into the sky and you're like, oh, that reddish dot is Mars, it's a dot. But when they cut to show the planets lining up, you can see the planets as planets, not as just a ball of light in the sky.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this is like a, I don't know, No Man's Sky universe, because all the planets are insanely close to each other.
Insane. They're also a weird scale, because you can see Pluto clear as day, but the sun is like, it looks like the size of a cue ball. Which, if the sun was the size of a cue ball, every other planet would look like a speck. And I don't even know if Pluto would come up on your radar.
Well, you can also Google, like, what does the sun look like from Mars? And, like, this... It's... This movie is not supposed to be in our universe, and whatever universe it's in, I don't want to Rick and Morty myself to them, because I don't want to fucking be part of it, because the physics are fucking bullshit. Someone dreams plot convenience. Like, it's just...
Okay,
oh, God.
But we're coming up on one of my favorite lines of the movie. So, Laura gets dropped in by her soldier friends into this country, where they're...
is this the Jeep scene?
Yeah. Well, we're getting to the Jeep scene.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's dropped in. And then she looks through her binoculars, which I don't know why she got dropped so close to this site and then it didn't go in. I thought she was trying to be like covert, but this helicopter thing that drops her is huge, making a lot of noise. She can see the tomb from her drop site, so they definitely saw that plane come in.
Like, no, they didn't.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
Okay. But
there is one thing about the Land Rover through the jungle.
Hang on, we're not there yet.
Oh.
So, yeah, because she uses her binoculars to see this thing. They're using, I guess, locals to pull down this tomb, which, like, they're running out of time. I don't know why they didn't just use explosives, because they obviously don't care about anything. They pull it down and it crumbles.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't just use explosives. But the main villain is lounging in like a bench thing that he had set up.
Yes. All and didn't he? I might be getting the scene with Laura mixed up. Did he have a hookah with him?
Oh, maybe it looked like it. Yeah.
Oh, good lord!
Trying to be as sexy as hell.
What a fucking douche!
Yeah.
What a fucking douche!
But like,
oh,
Daniel Craig is like walking around trying to make sure everything is going. The villain's lounging and then goes, "Yeah, we only have like whatever. I don't know, 2 hours? No, 72 minutes left. We need to work faster." Dude,
yeah, just blow it up.
Dude, you're not doing anything. What do you mean? This is my favorite scene. This guy, he throws a knife with the expert precision of the best mercenary in the world. So, and we're shown that, so we're given to believe that like
he's a deadly guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can hold his own, even though he's got
lazy
no
too?
wiener or balls.
Like,
yeah.
And
well, he's got to save all of that pent up. Like, he can't exert himself too much because
then
doesn't
he just
have
goes
a penis or testicles
bloodthirsty
anymore.
Yeah.
So like his T levels are insanely low.
Oh, okay.
And so he has to save them to then beat a woman at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no guns.
With no guns.
We'll get there.
Oh, God.
So,
God. All right. So there's a scene. Her Land Rover lands. I guess shooting this scene, which now looking back, it does look very choppy. They had to do endless reshoots due to snakes and other wildlife falling through the open top roof.
That sounds safe.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie herself was reported to be terrified the whole time during filming those scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense. Like when you watch it, it is choppy as all hell.
Yeah.
So, can I talk about the creepy kid?
Creepy kid. Oh,
yeah.
No, we're not even close to there yet. What do you mean?
We're not? Oh,
no.
Well, my brain must have shut off because
we got
my
so many
go,
scenes in between this and that.
So my notes go from the planets are shot like No Man's Sky, and then my next note is creepy kid.
Wow. Okay, you're leaving a lot. Okay, one sec.
Well,
so they get
my
into
brain
this
shut
tomb,
off.
And Alex is revealed to be helping the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I guess hired. But he doesn't. I guess they hire him because he's supposed to be like a tomb expert. He's never shown to know much. So
him and Lara work together, so we're supposed to assume that they're both Tomb Raiders.
Yeah. No, and the villain even calls Alex a Tomb Raider multiple times. So yeah, but I'm not sure why he's there.
Raider.
Yeah, because when they get in, they're looking at this thing, and Laura like sneaks in, which again, bad security. She just kind of walks in.
But she sneaks in through the help of a creepy kid.
Into the first tomb? With the pillar that is swinging around?
Because that creepy kid led Laura to ... plot convenience. Something about a white flower.
No, that's at the end. That's the second tomb they go into.
Oh, well then you got to get me there because I got no notes between.
Yeah, that's the cold place. This is the hot place.
Oh, good lord. Well, no, because I got gargoyles shortly after creepy kid. Are you sure?
Yeah, Ben. This is the hot place. Where do you have the shower scene after this? Did I miss one of the creepy kids? What the fuck?
Yeah, so when Laura lands, the way that I remember
I'm pulling up this movie. Jesus.
So when Laura lands, she sees that Alex and all them are trying to pull on the door. She sees a creepy kid that leads her to this other cave because she's able to get in the other way. But this kid doesn't come back, and I'm just going to assume, since this universe
I
makes
guess
no
I
sense.
blocked this out. Holy crap! Because there's a creepy kid at the end.
Yes, but because the creepy kid in Antarctica knew her dad. Which,
okay, so are both these kids ghosts? Because that kid
I'm
at the end disappears, and there's the
yes,
white flower.
I think they're both ghosts. Yes.
Wild. Okay.
So I got Laura and West are in the tomb, and all I can think about is wanting to watch National Treasure. I don't know why, but I wanted to watch National Treasure.
Oh, a much better Tomb Raider movie.
They fight stone monkey men and gargoyles because they
And take it like nothing weird is happening.
Yes. No, because this is not on Earth 1. This is not on Earth 1. This is not.
I guess. Yeah, because Laura and everybody else handles it like a champ. But before they pop out, there's a Tomb Raider puzzle, which is cool. But Laura cheats it, so I guess they didn't really have to be on the timer. Because they're like, oh, we're running out of time. I think the timer hit 0 before Laura injects
for sure.
the definitely phallic-shaped pillar that is swinging in the middle of this room.
And Laura is riding that penis.
She also says that she wants the Illuminati to get the tablet so she can steal it later, which is how the villain trusts her. But yeah, so she sneaks in, she sees this keyhole. There's also a keyhole on the bottom. And then of this tomb, she's like on a platform above everybody. But then she figures out that it's a mirror. The one on the bottom of the room is a mirror image. Where's the mirror? Where does the mirror start? Where is this mirror image going? And how does she know that that one's the mirror and this is the right one? She is
I don't know.
Super sure. And she
Maybe
goes like,
scene.
Don't use that keyhole, use this one. And then the villain's like, no, you're just trying to make it so I can't do this. And she's like, no, I want you to get it so I can steal it from you later.
There's probably a scene that got cut out where a creepy kid in the jungle just handed her a letter from her dad, and we just missed that scene. Yeah, because everything's in a riddle, and there's something about the mirror. And, it's dumb. It's dumb, but then it activates and brings stone monkey men alive and gargoyles.
Yeah, because the villain throws her the key because now he trusts her. But
so Jordan,
anyway,
I'm looking up origins of gargoyles because those are gargoyles, are they not?
I thought they were like Egyptian statue things come to life, but I'm pretty sure they're not in Egypt.
Well, there's a stone monkey men, and then what's those four-legged things? I thought those were gargoyles.
Oh, I mean, they resemble gargoyles? I don't think they were. I thought they were older. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, because if they're in an Asian country, I mean, those aren't foo dogs. Foo dogs don't have wings. Anyway, I'm looking up what the origins of a gargoyle is, and it's an Italian word because it's not privy to that part of the world, and it's not part of any history. Oh, wait. Fuck, an ancient Egyptian okay.
Oh, wow.
I guess. Right. So, in ancient Egyptian architecture, gargoyles showed little variation. Damn it.
All right. Well,
there's no way they put that kind of time into thinking that these are cool stone monsters.
They just needed Angelina Jolie to get into another sexy costume.
And then to fly out of a collapsing temple on the wings of a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh. This fucking movie. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway,
I got nothing much to say outside of it was really weird that they slowed. So there's a Shiva also, like a multi-armed sword thing that comes to life once they use the penis to penetrate the hole, and let all the water
and then
out.
Laura gets the tablet at the end. So I don't know why the villain would ever trust her after that. I guess he needs to because she has the tablet. But I
don't. I don't know. Well, because you need 2 of them, so I guess that would be a thing to keep her. But
yeah, I don't know.
It was really like,
I don't know why
disturbing.
When she shows up, he doesn't kill her right away and just grab the tablet. I don't.
No.
But I guess 2 Tomb Raiders are better than 1.
Hey, we're gonna get to another shower scene, and I got comments about that one.
Is this before or after the villain calls her? I think
the shower scene.
Yeah.
Well, no, the shower scene that I have notes on is Daniel Craig's shower scene.
No, I know. I think it's cuts,
after.
Yeah, I think the phone call is before the shower scene.
Okay.
Because,
but
but we cut to the villain getting a massage. Bro,
yes.
You got time for a massage? I thought
there's like hours
you were running out of time for anything. Right. It's 72 hours to get the first tablet. I guess they got more time to get the second tablet, which they don't explain anything. There's just because at some point I thought they had unlimited time to get the second tablet, but no, there's still a timer, but it's never. I don't think the second timer is ever addressed.
I don't think so either. Somehow they figure out
it's definitely
Antarctica.
past 48 hours. And I don't think it's ever talked about, but there's definitely a second timer for the second tablet.
So after the tomb fighting scenes and all that, all the gargoyles and the stone monkey men and the Shiva looking thing, that it was very anticlimactic for it being like a fight with stone monsters. Lara, because Lara knows everyone in this universe. Yeah. She's getting helped by some monks. And somehow the monk knows where to point the satellite radar for her to talk to her Best Buy Geek Squad employee.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about the villain talking to her on the phone, because that was also flirty, and Lara looks pretty into it. Because he's like, oh, like, you got to meet me at the Illuminati base. And she's like, oh, so you mean you want another chance to kill me? And he's like, well, like, I'm not saying that, but maybe. And then she kind of smiles. And I'm like, what? What? What is this?
Simon West, you made a bad movie. You made a bad movie. It's. I'm at the point right now,
getting a massage.
Jordan, I'm just trying to get through all my notes because, yeah. So Lara meets up with bad guy, which we keep on calling him bad guy.
I only have one more note after this. I remember a lot, but I did write a note because it drove me crazy. But it's at the
Mr.
last
Powell.
scene.
Mr. Powell is the bad guy.
Okay.
Manfred. Well, yeah, if you name your kid Manfred, I mean...
Yeah, and the actor is, what, Ian Glenn?
Glenn? Yeah.
And he was, like, the main knight protecting Khaleesi in Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Lara meets with him, and then they have like a pissing contest to see whose dick's bigger on their accuracy with a knife.
Yeah.
And
we skipped the shower scene now, didn't we?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But then it's revealed that Lara's dad was in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Who could have saw that coming?
And she's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And then I guess the next scene she believes him.
Yeah. Lara, you're probably in the Illuminati and don't know it.
Yeah.
So we get the
she's
Daniel...
like sexy sitting in the main Illuminati chair, and the villain
Is this where
shows
you
up.
sit?
And yeah, she's like, "Ooh, is this where you sit? I don't think this is where you sit." And then he sits down next to her and goes, "This is where I sit. I'm the right hand, as it were." I'm like, "What?"
This is
It's so flirty. Every scene,
the hand of the king.
So
and
yeah,
this is
he
where your
says
dad
that,
sits, or
and
sat.
then openly says, "No, but I'm gonna betray that guy." Like, in like, oh, when I have god powers, I'll bring your dad back for you. Like,
good
what?
Lord. So my comments. So after that, we get to see Daniel Craig take a shower.
Yes.
And so, if you were to
Again,
cut
very long shower scene,
probably the exact same amount of time, because if you were to cut Daniel Craig's shower scene and Angelina Jolie's shower scene, they did the same exact movements. So
yes.
Tomb Raiders shower the same in this universe.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
Which
God.
You wouldn't get clean the way they're showering. They're spending a lot of time on their face, which is good. Good face hygiene is important. The rest of their body is not clean.
No, you just let water run over it and you're good.
I guess that's the non-leg washers say.
And Laura must have like ninja training, because he hears her break in.
Yep.
But doesn't see her, and then she's behind him.
Yeah, because there's a knock. There's a knock at the door, which is a maid bringing towels. He opens the door completely naked. The maid freaks out and throws towels at him. In my head, he thought that was Laura, and just I guess it shows later that she doesn't care that he's naked, but he doesn't know that. Why is he's just totally fine showing everything? I guess I don't know. Weird confidence, but if I know I'm about to get into a fight, or if I think I'm about to get into a fight, I'm gonna throw on something real quick.
Yeah, but would you want to fight a naked man?
Daniel Craig? I wouldn't mind wrestling around.
All right,
he'd punch
we don't need
me,
to repeat our
I'd
Will
punch
Smith.
him. It'd be a fight.
We'd kiss. We'd make up. He's still
We'd
naked.
wrestle around a little bit.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens. So yeah, and then to bring up your point from earlier, a lot more sexual tension, because I don't remember what Croft and West are talking about, but she just looks down and just goes,
Yeah. So she writes,
and I'm pretty sure she bites
traitor
her lip.
in the steam. Oh yeah, she writes traitor in the steam of his shower, and he was taking a hot shower in this hot country, which is funny to me. It's probably humid as shit. Oh, I know.
We're cold shower after.
Yeah, I know. After he gets like insanely turned on by Laura looking at him.
What if? Hold on.
But,
what if he? What if? Hold on. What if he is just? I mean, he is going from 6 to midnight in front of her. He is just full bore, just rock hard.
That's probably why she looks down and goes,
Oh,
gross.
You know what? No. We need to remake this movie, because
they did, and it didn't turn out.
Or no. We just
much better.
We remake shot for shot, but we add in our own comedic. Just like there's just a shot, he just pans back. Daniel Craig, 6 to midnight. He is pointing at the ceiling. It would be.
Anyway.
And this movie did well in the box office. That's what.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 20, though.
Yeah, but it made $274 million.
Well, yeah, Angelina Jolie was like everybody's.
That's true. Yeah.
Like everybody was in love with her. But yeah, no, she writes traitor on his shower and then goes to sit on his table. Does this so fast. By the way,
without him knowing.
Yeah, this guy's a bad Tomb Raider. He has no situational awareness. But yeah, and then she goes like, "Oh, if you cross me, it'd be so sad to have to kill you," and then leaves. But like, didn't he already do that?
Yeah.
I like.
No,
She's
but this
back to
movie
being
even,
friends with him the next scene. I just don't understand.
Well, she saw his rock hard boner, and she's like, "Well, I know where your allegiance is, so."
That's true. Honestly, that's. I mean, if you're using sexuality as a weapon,
Alex West he wasn't holding any cards. Like he showed her his deck and his dick, and she knew where his allegiance lied.
I guess.
Yeah.
Men's allegiances point. Who use their dicks to point to who we're loyal to.
So I don't remember, Jordan.
Oh no.
I don't remember how they. So I don't remember how they figured out where the second piece of the tablet is, but I'm gonna assume through my notes here. So they know where the ruined city is. It's the same city where the meteor hit, where the tablet was made.
Yes.
They know this, so why didn't they start there? This Illuminati's bad. Like we don't even know if we really have an Illuminati.
They have more time to get to that one, though. But again, that's never explained. Like,
And the little native girl are they in the North Pole or South Pole?
I don't know.
I
didn't know if it was a pole, because the village that they're walking through, like,
had sled dogs, so that'd be in the North Pole.
I guess.
I don't fucking know. Well, it's not on our Earth, so it could be the West Pole for all we know. But the little
real quick
native girl who talks to Angelina Jolie, she also knows the plot. She also knows her dad. It's like,
yeah. Okay,
how would that little but like, how long ago did her dad die? Because that little native girl has to be a ghost of something, or an ethereal being, because that little girl, maybe 11?
Yeah. Oh, and are we just skipping right to the tablet, getting the second tablet? Because I want to talk about.
Because the more we talk about this movie, it's going to get more confusing.
Okay, hang on. I got two things real quick. I had Tomb Raider 2001 pulled up on Google, and Google has some AI stuff. Like, people ask, and one of the things people ask is Tomb Raider 2001 a good movie? So I clicked on it because that's funny.
Yes.
And Lara Croft 2001 received mostly negative reviews from critics, but a box office success, grossing to $274 million. Some say the movie has good points, including Angelina Jolie's performance as Lara Croft. Like, no, it's okay to just say Angelina Jolie is very hot in this movie, so we forgave it for some stuff. Pros of this movie: Jolie plays Lara Croft well. Fun action sequences. That's the only two pros. The cons: unplausible planetary alignment concept. Number one con. Boring bad guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Missing father motivation. Which I didn't know is a thing.
No, but that got annoying.
Yeah, senseless plot. Correct.
Okay.
And action sequences without emotional impact. But also, that's the last con. But one of the two pros was fun action sequences. So the con is action sequences, but one of the two pros is fun action sequences. So I feel like that negates one of the pros, and then the other pro was Jolie plays Lara Croft well. She doesn't. She's just made to be hot. I don't think this movie has any pros.
When you make a shit sandwich, you have to start with a good and end with a good. So they had to have two good things to say, even though one of those good things is a bad thing. You just word it a little bit differently.
I guess.
I didn't know this. I was looking up some stuff while you were going over the contradictory Google thing. the character Lara Croft is based on Nina Cherry. She's a Swedish singer and songwriter. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's wild.
That's who the video game character is based on.
Okay. But okay, and then before we get to the last village scene, the villain needs the tablet, so she convinces Laura to help him, and when he gets all of his power, he'll bring her dad back. I'm confused on why Laura agrees to that and doesn't just go get the second tablet. She knows where the second tablet is. I don't understand why they start working together. Like,
it's because she's poor and she needs the Illuminati's resources to go get it. That's why.
I guess.
Even though they buy all doggy, we buy all doggy.
Yeah.
So they have the money to buy a fleet of whatever those dogs are. Huskies.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, she shows up with the tablet. It immediately hands it to the villain. I don't know why the villain just doesn't go like, okay, now kill her. Like Laura says he should do, and then just doesn't. And then one of the main like soldier security guy for the villain goes like, "Oh, is she really necessary?" And the villain goes, "Oh yeah, 2 Tomb Raiders are better than 1." I'm like, no, you still only got. Well, now you have 1 Tomb Raider who is probably going to betray you, and then Adam West, or whatever his name, Alex West. Adam West. That would have been great.
Oh. Hey! In our movie, Adam West would be in this movie.
That'd be so fantastic. But yeah, because Alex has yet to do any tomb raiding in any sort of meaningful way.
He pulled on a rope and he just guessed. He's like, the swords. We got to put the swords here in the center. No, yeah. He's just running because he's just kind of faking it till he makes it because he's probably packing. He's probably packing heat between his legs.
And I'm sure they're trying to pay him well. I think everybody's probably broken this movie.
I mean,
that's why they need god powers so they can get their money back.
Well, their budget for this movie was $117 million. Good Lord!
Did half of that go to Angelina Jolie? Because that's the only reason this movie exists.
I mean, it's kind of the only reason why this movie is watchable is because of her. Like, she doesn't do a bad job. She's given a shit script and
that's true.
Just a bad director and a bad editor.
Yeah, and I want to say, I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I'm saying, as somebody portraying Lara Croft, who's one of the smartest video game characters, I don't think she portrays that well. But I guess that's not her fault. But
yeah.
I just,
oh my
man, everybody just kind of backs their way into things in this movie.
It's just dumb luck.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they cut to Antarctica, and there's a native village who has teepees, which that's not correct. Is it? That's not. Teepees wouldn't be a good thing. You'd want to keep the heat in.
Okay, I could be wrong.
Teepees let the heat out in a really smart way. You'd want to stay as warm as possible.
If it is Antarctica, well, we are talking about Earth, Lara Croft Earth, but
that's true.
If it is Antarctica, there's no native people who live on Antarctica, right?
Yeah. So maybe it's the other pole, but even then, isn't that where people live in igloos? You want to keep heat in your tents. You wouldn't be building teepees.
Yeah, there are no native Antarcticans and no permanent residents in Antarctica, but scientists live there. Yeah, if it was Antarctica, I don't know.
But it looked like not cold enough to be Antarctica. There's some dry spots. In Antarctica is ice.
All right. let's get through this because we're almost done. So we meet another
We're
creepy
coming
girl.
up on my last note.
She knows the plot, somehow knows her dad, even though she's like 11, and it seems like Laura's dad died like 20 some years ago. I already went over how they knew where the ruined city was. It's the same area where the meteor hit, but they didn't start there. And then they travel through the dead zone to where everything's at that they find very conveniently. And they make the two nerds stay outside with the dogs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they buy all the natives' dogs, which are they planning on bringing them back? Because that's probably their whole economic and survivability system.
We buy all doggy.
Yeah. Are they going to go buy more dogs? Like, I don't understand. They probably train those dogs the whole life of the dog. I don't understand. Are they just going to go do that again? Because that's going to be a few years of training, and usually in those kind of situations you use the dogs you've trained to help train the next generation, and now they don't have that. So that was interesting, but I guess they're white people, so they can just kind of get away with it. I don't know. That was so weird.
They bought all doggy. And
the guy's like more than happy, and it looks like he's only gotten a couple $100.
Yeah, probably.
So that was interesting. But yeah, and then they go into like an ice cave, and there's a city. They keep saying city. It's one room.
It is one room. It is. I'm glad you brought that up because it's whatever. And then we're revealed where the second piece is at. It's like a 6th grader's model of the planetary system that can somehow crush humans. I don't know.
He didn't even get crushed. They show a soldier getting crushed by like the planets are suspended on these arms, which
they're all rotating different directions.
Yeah, they're rotating different directions. Not how I understand the planets rotate in different directions, but
definitely isn't it only Uranus that goes like the opposite way of every other planet?
Oh, is that right? I actually don't know this.
I believe so.
Oh, interesting.
Or they all travel the same direction, but Uranus is like on its. I don't know. It don't fucking matter.
Maybe
this movie don't fucking matter.
A different way. Anyway,
we're so close. I just want to be done.
Yeah, it's. But yeah, they show a soldier trying to climb up because so they figure out the tablet is in the sun, or Alex guesses it. He's like, "I'll give you $50 on the tablet being in the sun." Which, okay. So you don't know? Everybody knows everything in this movie except when they get into these rooms where they don't know anything. And Alex and Laura are just guessing. I'm so glad they guessed right, I guess.
Well, because like Laura kind of sees where the key would go.
No, she doesn't. She's guessing still. She never even saw the keyhole until she's up close to it. But anyway. Yeah, so they get into this room with the the 6th grade science project.
Jordan, sorry to interrupt you. All of the planets orbit in the same direction.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love this movie. You know what? I've come around. This movie is ridiculous. And now I love it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, they get to the science project, and the villain, I guess, is just like, yeah, have at it. And the boss is here now. So he sends 2 soldiers, which I want to point out, when they walk into this room, they have a ton of soldiers. And then,
I'd say like what, 30, 40 men?
Yeah. And then it every shot back to them, there's less soldiers. I don't know if you picked up on this. They might have been running out of budget because the actors slowly start to disappear.
Oh yeah.
Which is important for the scene after they get the tablet. But yeah, every time they shoot, like show the soldiers again. There's significantly less of them. But yeah, they send
Well,
two soldiers to go get the
because
tablet.
Bob could only work Monday through Wednesday,
Yeah,
and then Terry could only be there Tuesday, Thursday.
oh my god, yeah. But yeah, and I don't know why they hired the Tomb Raiders if they were gonna try to use soldiers to climb this thing anyway.
They didn't need the Tomb Raiders. They knew where one of the pieces of the tablet was,
Yeah.
because they knew where the ruined city. Oh,
Anyway, yeah, it's rough. Anyway,
this to me though, this movie defines when people think of bad movies, and I know most people are gonna go, "Oh, it's the Super Mario Bros. Movie." No,
yeah,
no, it's this. It's
right.
this. It's. I mean, whatever. I'm burnt
I
out.
would rather watch Mario over this, and that is the highest or the lowest praise I can give any movie. This and Wing Commander, rough, side by side. Anyway, and 4D Executioner. We're in a slump of really bad movies going through this list.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's all rough. But so this is my last note. Alex and Laura are slowly climbing this planetary thing that has all these metal arms that are swinging back and forth and rotating, and they're like using like I wouldn't even call it parkour, just common sense to like climb these things. One of the soldiers gets crushed, but not really, because he kind of gets smushed, and it's implied that he gets crushed to death. Another soldier is climbing, not using any sort of situational awareness, and gets hit by another rotating arm and falls into the water that's underneath these arms.
Don't they use the Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
But this was my last note. This ancient society, I guess, assumed that people were going to be climbing this on this day because they left handles on these goddamn arms. They leave like service handles, like metal things at these the end of these. I assume stone arms.
It's metal.
There's a metal.
It's metal.
There's a metal handle for Laura to use to climb it. And I was looking at every other like swing and arm. I didn't see a handle on any other one, so she picked the only one that had it. What?
Yeah.
What happened? But yeah, and then she knows what to do when she gets to the top of all these swinging arms, because she tells Daniel Craig, "Oh, I know what to do. Give me the key," because they need the key in both locations apparently. And then goes to the bottom of the sun. Again, they don't explain how she knows any of this.
And she gets sucked into the sun.
Yeah. And and I guess we skipped the second creepy kid. There's a second creepy kid who's a native and goes like, "Oh, don't help them." I do want to point out, I was so confused on why anybody was helping anybody. Like, all Laura has to do is not give the tablet up for a few hours, but I guess she wants to see her dad. But literally, to save the world, all she has to do is hold on to this tablet for another day.
Oh, no. Oh, we skipped this. It was between Laura and Bryce, the nerd.
Yeah.
One of them says, "Time to save the universe again."
Yeah.
So they've done this before.
Yeah.
All right. So can I talk about John Voight and Laura in the sun together? And maybe I misheard it, or maybe my knowledge of the relative time theory is incorrect.
No, so that's not even... No, she gets sucked into the sun and then shot back out, and she has the tablet.
Yeah, but
that's not the John... No, not yet.
Well, that's the only note I have.
I know, but we're getting there. Also, when they walk into this room, there's these like bubble things, and one of the dogs decides to jump through it and slowly becomes a skeleton and then comes out the other side and is totally fine. Yeah. And Laura goes, "Oh yeah, that's like a time rift. The time here is broken." What?
Is there a shot in this movie?
What do you mean?
Where like the key or the tablet is like in her eye?
I don't know.
Oh, because they do that in the first, or they do that in the second one. I thought they did it in this one.
I don't know.
All right, can I talk about John Voight?
Not yet. So she gets the second tablet. She hands it to the villain. The villain puts the two tablets together. Or no, not even yet. I got to talk about the soldier scene. They hand the tablet to the big Illuminati dude, and he puts the tablets together. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to be a god," and he's about to put the tablets together. And then main villain goes, "Enough of this farce," and then instructs the soldiers who have come in behind everybody in this, I want to point out, what looks like an outside hole that leads directly into the tomb. Mm-hmm. So there was just an entrance right there.
Yeah.
Nobody but these soldiers use it.
But when we
everybody else went in through this really long ice hallway.
Yeah, but when we cut to Laura leaving, she leaves through the long hall.
Yeah, he goes back through the long hallway. Why?
Well, you gotta have a cool shot of her somehow being able to control the dogs with no sled, and then she's just ice skating on ice, on snow. Oh,
with normal grippy boots. Anyway. But yeah, so he instructs these 5 soldiers to kill the main honcho dude.
Yeah.
And now we're down to 5 soldiers. And they still keep going down. Every time they cut back to the soldiers, one of them is gone. The next time, they're down to 3. I'm so confused on where all these soldiers are going. But, yeah, so the Illuminati guy dies, and then the main villain picks up the tablets and puts them together, and nothing happens. And Alex goes, "Oh, didn't work the way you wanted it to?" Like, Alex knows fucking anything. Like, what?
He knows.
What?
Yeah.
And then the villain goes,
"Not what you expected?"
Yeah, and then the villain is like upset and goes, "Oh, Laura." I'm like, Laura didn't say anything. Laura's not doing anything. Laura's standing.
But Jordan, everyone in this universe knows that Laura knows everything because she read the script, and that's why they went to her.
Yes.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
But yeah, and then he throws a knife. Yeah, he goes like, "Oh, Laura, I assume you're so smart, and I'm willing to bet on it." So he throws a knife at Alex, and then Alex falls into the water with his arms that are still spinning. They stopped spinning when the head Illuminati guy, I rewound. The head Illuminati guy is putting the tablets together. The arms aren't spinning anymore. But now, because they need it to, Alex falls into the water, and the arms are spinning again for some reason. And now there's gears under the arms?
Well,
were there gears
how are you going to move all those? How are you going to move all those metal?
I guess.
Thingies.
I have no fucking clue. Anyway, yeah, Alex is still very much alive. Gets the knife pushed in deeper with the arm that hits him, and then starts getting crushed by these gears. And then Laura jumps in after him, and like Alex is slowly pulled underwater. Laura's like giving him mouth to mouth to give him oxygen. And then Alex kind of shakes his head. You should watch that scene again, because now the knife disappears, and now there's just a hole in his chest. I don't know where the knife went. Also, people pull knives out of them. Or the villain pulls out a knife from his body later, and I'm like, y'all need to leave the knives in. when you get stabbed. Just like a survival tip. If you get stabbed and the knife is in you, leave it in until you can get some medical attention. That's stopping a lot of bleeding. Anyway. Anyway. And then Laura gets out and is like, okay, now I'll help you, I guess. And throws this clock that was the key into one of the time rifts, so it just like goes down to its base parts, which I don't know why the time thing stopped there, because you could even go further down to where those parts weren't melded into the way they are. And then Laura sticks her hand into the time rift to get the because there's a final piece of the tablet in this clock. Nothing happens to her hand, which was a choice. But anyway, so the guy sticks the tablets together again, and then Laura puts this pebble, I guess, of the tablets in the center, which I guess is the eye. It's a little pebble. It's not really eye-like. Which drove me crazy because there is an eye-looking thing in all of those parts, but that's not the eye. It's a little pebble. But yeah, and then a force field erupts from this tablet, and then it cuts to like a pyramid thing with a light thing at the top of it, and Laura and this villain are just sprinting up the top, and that's the cut. Like it cuts a force field explosion. They both get like flown back to opposite sides of the room. Cut to them just sprinting up this freaking pyramid, which I guess they're totally like. They know exactly what to do. They don't even take their surroundings in. And they don't. They just sprint up, which I don't know how steep that pyramid thing is, but I guess gravity also doesn't exist in this world, so that's
no, because this is not Earth 1.
But yeah, and then Laura grabs the thing at the top of this pyramid, so now she has the god power. Which now Laura has gone back on her word to this villain 50,000 times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why this villain even included her in anything. But, and the villain has the tablet, so I'm not even sure why she gets the opportunity to get this freaking thing. But she does, and she gets it. And then she's sent through time to her dad in a tent. But it's like it's not really time. It's like an in-between time where he can talk to her or something.
So here's what he says. He says it's a crossing, my past, your present. And that just doesn't make sense because time is relative.
Yeah, and if that's true, why wouldn't he be asking, like, oh, I assume that you're coming back? Like, is this a time where, like, he can talk to her? Or does he know he's dead? Or, like, what?
I don't know. All right, Jordan, we're going to start running through. So after this,
okay.
I'm so done. I'm so done. So after this, Laura gets out. She stops time and turns the knife around, which somehow
no.
Force,
I want to point this out.
No, we're done. We're done.
No. I want to point out another thing. Her dad says we can't change time, and Laura's like, "Oh, but time was stolen away from us. It's not fair." And he goes, "Yeah, it's not fair, but like that's how it is." And then she's like, "Oh, okay," but she still goes back in time enough to save Alex, and that drives me crazy.
So she still changed time. So
yeah. Also, these gods suck. She gets god powers.
Out of her talk with Daddy, she turns the knife around. Somehow the knife still keeps its momentum, even though it's going in the opposite direction. Stabs the bad guy. He's not dead though. He just falls down.
No.
The pyramid starts to collapse. Everyone's leaving. No, Jordan. No.
Ben,
Jordan. No. And
listen,
so everyone's leaving.
This is ridiculous. She has god powers. in this
We're
moment.
at 2 hours.
Ben.
We're at 2 hours. It doesn't matter.
Ben, she has god powers, and she's grabbing this knife, and the knife is cutting her. This is the weakest god powers have ever god powered. These god powers suck.
Cool.
But yeah, she grabs the knife by the blade and the hilt to like change its momentum, which apparently takes a lot of effort. So again, these god powers suck. Anyway.
Because you can't change time, even though she did. So knife keeps his momentum, stabs the bad guy. Everyone's leaving because the temple is collapsing. He calls her back because he has her dad's pocket watch. Alex
which
West
I don't
saying,
think ever got established either.
It did not, no. So they fight. There's so many shots to the nose being made to both of them.
Yeah, he also pulls the knife out of himself, which the knife was pretty deep, so he's bleeding profusely now. They point their guns at each other, and he goes, "No guns." And then they both set their guns down, and he gets a cheap shot in right at the start of this final battle, which...
Yeah. Laura ends it with a throat punch, and then Laura rides out on her shoes with dogs, and she's laughing.
Yeah, she's just having a great old time.
And then they're all back at Croft Manor, and Laura finally becomes a true lady.
Yeah, she puts on a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
So, like,
I'm done.
What was she doing? Who was she meeting with?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't know, but she walks back into the manor, and the robot comes back, and then the butler has a tray with her guns. So now she's going to fight this robot in a full-length dress.
Yeah. All right. Can we talk about something my brain turned off when you just wanted to really talk about this movie?
That is our show.
They made a Jordan, if you were to make a Uwe Boll movie based on Tomb Raider, what would you name it?
Uncharted.
Well, there's two of them. One has the word tomb. Hold on. One has the word tomb in it, and the other one has Raider in it.
Oh, no. Okay. Tomb Explorer.
Okay.
And Crypt Raider.
All right. I'll let you guess one more time. Think more sexually.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Fudge. Tomb. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Okay. Tomb Robber instead of Grave Robber.
I said sexually. You got to think more sexual.
I can't come up with anything for Tomb. But, and then...
What blank Raider.
Body Raider.
Close. Womb Raider.
Oh, no.
It was a film made in 2003, rated R.
No.
And Tomb Invader.
Oh, no. Womb Raider?
Yeah. Do you want me to read the synopsis for it?
Yes.
You're going to love this.
Is this like a...
It's not a porn, no.
Oh.
Okay. When wealthy treasure hunter Kara Loft is delivered an invitation to meet renowned art collector Dr. Scrotus. I'm not making this up.
I'm reading it with you.
The sexy adventurer is thrust head-on into the greatest and most dangerous erotic adventure of her life. The search for the three sacred wombs.
This is a porn parody.
It's not, though.
What is this?
Hold on.
This is going to be on my search history forever.
It is.
What is going on? Oh my
All right.
God.
Wait, hold on. Did you click on the sort by relevance? All right, I'm going to read these off really fast. Jungle, sexploitation film, full frontal nudity, female rear nudity, skinny dipping, treasure, desert, panties, female frontal nudity, temple, articraft, journey, soft core. Maybe it is. Female frontal nudity, lesbianism, lesbian sex, female nudity, erotica. Where can I watch this?
I tried to click on it on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't let me watch it. It is published by Paramount Plus Global, and YouTube said no.
Where?
That's why. Oh my God.
It's 1168 through Amazon. Is it an American?
Oh, that looks like it's a Charmed episode too. There's a Charmed episode called Womb Raider, TV episode 2002.
What region is this DVD?
Yeah, erotic movies.
Look it up on Amazon, and you'll see what the back cover is. There's no way this was released in the U.S. We don't have fun things like this.
Oh yeah, this is the porn.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a porn parody.
Oh, I love humans.
This is insane. Anyway.
You're welcome.
I didn't want this.
I know. All right, Jordan, let's do these ratings.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, Jordan, what's your movie rating?
My movie rating?
Mm-hmm. Your lowest movie rating so far is Annihilation.
What did I give Annihilation?
0.05.
Oh. I'd much rather watch Annihilation. I guess 0.04. We gotta read.
Yeah, we do. Game cred.
5.
They're
6.
Okay. I was gonna say because there's actually a good amount of it.
Yeah.
How much? What about your fun meter, Jordan?
2.
2. Oh, gave you a 5. You don't want that. And game rating for Tomb Raider on the PS1.
Oh, I don't know, a 7.
7. Okay.
People are gonna be mad
right.
for that because I know you're going to give it a low rating.
Oh yeah, I gave the game a 4.
Jesus Christ, Ben.
Fun meter, I need to actually. I'm gonna go down to 1.5. I had it at a 4 for some reason. Game cred, I also gave a 6, and movie rating. Oh, I can't do shit. What can I do? I'm gonna give it a. Yours is really low. I'm gonna give it a 3. So our video game rating. Oh boy, we gave it a 55.
Oh,
and movie rating, it got a 30.90.
damn.
So yeah, we're gonna have to revisit all of these because some are gonna have to get bumped. Because yeah. So yeah.
I would like to point out. So Womb Raider is on Amazon Prime. So maybe it's not a porn. Maybe I accidentally clicked on porn.
Can you actually watch it on Amazon Prime?
I don't know. No, this video is currently unavailable to watch in your location. But I don't know.
Because I see it. I see it. I can buy it as a DVD for $11.68.
Oh God. It does say when wealthy treasure hunter Lara Croft is delivered a late night invitation to meet with the reclusive art collector Dr. Scrotus. So it is that movie. It is Womb Raider. They still called her Lara Croft.
They didn't call her Kara Loft?
No. Oh, this is my whole world now.
I'm going to add this to my cart.
I have to figure out how to watch this movie.
I'm just going to buy it, Jordan. I'm just going to buy it because I can't read on the thing if it's
Womb Raider pleads guilty. The actress just pled guilty for first-degree murder. She's 51.
No way.
Dude. Wow.
It might be. Someone said
for
this
murdering
would not work.
Pregnant Chicago teen. Jailed for 50 years. Dude.
When did that happen?
I don't know. This story got posted April 17th, 2024, so pretty recently.
Hold on. So here's a 4-star review on Amazon. They scored all exclamation points with this one, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
And then this person said this disc would not work in my player. It has German script on the back. Maybe it's not region 1. Damn it.
Wow.
Jordan, can you figure out how to watch this movie?
I'm trying, man. I don't know where it is.
All right.
No clue.
Well,
that's
we
insane.
got our ratings.
Yep.
You got anything else?
No. Go ahead and do the outro.
Okay.
This is insane. I've gone through
next
a roller coaster.
We did go long on this one, but next episode would be Resident Evil. I imagine that's going to be longer.
Maybe, yeah, it's probably going to be a 2-parter.
Because that is a masterpiece. So
same level as the last what's his name?
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, so the last movie we did from him was a 2-parter, so
yeah. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us on Casting to Level Up as we journey through the cinematic hell that is video game movies. Remember to subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Until next time, may your games be epic, your movies be legendary. The next one is game on, laugh on, catch you at the respawn.
I love it.